Welcome to this episode of Inside Friendship. I'm your host, Lexi Jackson. In every show, we introduce you to the students, staff, and people of the Frenship School District. Safety is very much a concern for the leadership of school districts around the nation. We had a chance to speak with Mr. Joel Thompson about how Frenship High School is addressing safety for its students. Let's watch.
As far as changing the campus map and why we did that, our campus has been built over time, and we've added on to it, and we needed a system that was a little bit more fluid, especially for people coming onto our campus for the first time who may not be familiar with the additions. A system that works for anyone, that's easily understandable, not only for our students but our parents. And in a scenario where we have emergency personnel here, we want them to be able to quickly identify a place and be able to get there with very little effort. As always, there's nothing more important to us than taking care of our kids. It's at the heart of, everyone who's in education gets into this business because they want to take care of kids and help kids. And we're no different. But we're always looking to get better, always looking to improve. And some of the changes that we put into place have definitely started that process, and we're always continually trying to get better. Some of the new procedures are really not new, but continuations of what we've already done. But we want to make sure every entrance to this building is secure, that no one can just walk in off the street. And so entrances are monitored. Those other entrances, we have made a concerted effort to make sure that those are locked and can't be accessed from the outside. In all of the rooms, we've added some emergency or notification systems where teachers can very quickly, if there was an event or a drill, they can signal, we're okay, or we need some assistance. And so a quicker communication there. We're also in direct communication with the 911 responders from the entire Lubbock area, so that if they did have to send someone to our campus, they would know exactly where to go and very efficiently be able to get there. And so that's been a very, very big deal. Just communication. The things that we've done to try and make sure we're in good communication. In case of an event, we have increased our camera coverage in the building. Not only number of cameras, but our way of accessing those, increased number, better lighting, those kind of things that let us see what's here. There's nothing more important to us than taking care of our kids in every way possible. And so when that's at the heart of what we do, that's what makes it important, is there's nothing more important than the kids we serve and the parents that trust us with their most important possession.
Career and Technology Education, or CTE classes, prepare students for both future careers and college. Here's a look at several programs of CTE.
My name is Amy Baker, and I'm the District Career and Technology Coordinator for Frenship School District. CTE, or Career and Technology Education, is any program that allows high school students to combine their academic knowledge with industry skills to prepare for high wage, high demand, or high skill job. Essentially, this covers everything from engineering, law enforcement, culinary, automotive, or our health science programs. CTE allows students to get actual training that will prepare them and equip them for a real-world job. So it's not just sitting in a desk or learning skills, but it's actually demonstrating proficiency and certification towards those skills. Students in a career and technology program are encouraged to create a career pathway or an individualized education plan that allows them to start as a freshman in high school all the way through their senior year, so that each year they're gaining and improving their industry skills. Frenship School District offers over 20 industry certifications, everything from pharmacy technician, certified nursing aide, CompTIA Plus certification, and others that allow students to get that acknowledgement that their skills are proficient for an entry-level job after high school. There are over 15.2 million students across the United States involved in career and technology education, and at Frenship ISD we have 2,300 students that participate in at least one of our courses and programs.
I heard it was really fun from my friend Colby Levere, and then I've always wanted to be an engineer, and so I figured out I should give their program a shot and see how it is.
I thought it would be fun. I believed it would also be a challenge, and it's something that I want to do later in life.
One of the main things about engineering is that they have to learn how to read plans. So they got a kind of a vague plan on how to make a cardboard costume, kind of like a cosplay costume, as you could say. So their goal is they have until the 10th of October to take the plans that I gave them and get as close to the actual costume as they can with little to no help from me.
Sure that's how it goes before you glue it?
We researched a couple plans. We got a couple vague plans and ended up doing costumes for the old school Rock'em Sock'em robots. And through this, we're learning how to just read plans and make things.
Oh, we just gotta find the right measurements for the parts, cut them out in cardboard, and then glue them together.
So when they get through, they'll just be able to play. They have minor movements and everything, but then they get to go display what they're doing at the homecoming parade to everybody to kind of get them excited of what's going on in engineering and what's in store and kind of what we do.
And line it up.
Two of the main things I want them to walk away with is be able to work together as a team and realize that it's not just an individual goal anymore. Businesses and industries are really heavy on collaboration and bringing teams from globally together to figure out common solutions that affect the world in general. So I really want them to be able to take that team aspect and be able to know that everybody can work together and accomplish something, one, quicker, two, more efficiently, and three, with less cost.
It's interesting. It's something that I haven't really discovered in school yet. I feel like it's one of those things that can go a lot further, and I want to participate in it.
So a culinary program kind of has two main goals. In the beginner level, it really is about getting those basic cooking techniques kind of nailed down, get the kids comfortable in the kitchens, and kind of get them ready for life, right? Like, I don't know how to boil water, perfect. The intro level classes are great for that. At the advanced level, we're really focusing more on industry standards, a lot more catering, a lot more competing, a lot more cooking, and it's a lot more in-depth study of food. These are the kids that are going to culinary arts school, that they want a business in the restaurant industry at some point, and that's the main focus of the advanced level program. Cooking is kind of a metaphor for life. When we burn stuff in the kitchen, that's considered, quote, failure. But how do we fix that failure? How do we take a burned item and still make something out of it? What lessons do we learn? We're learning about time management. We're learning about success through failure. We're learning what it's like to feel some pressure. And it's also a lot of fun to kind of crank up the pressure a little bit, because sometimes this is the first time that they have a chance to fail in a safe environment and they get to learn from it.
Yeah. Okay, I'll try to do more than
Did we get the dip done?
Yes, it's true.
With the pineapple?
I can't go full Gordon Ramsay on them. That doesn't really work. But okay, like just for instance, this morning we had a crew that wasn't reading their recipe and started cooking their chicken before the marinade, before the breading happened. So we pulled that skillet off and I said, okay, where in the directions did we go wrong? Oh, we missed this step. Okay, well, let's go back to that step. We can still salvage this. Let's follow the recipe and see what happens. And their recipe actually turned out to be the best of the class today. And they learned that, hey, we messed up. Hey, we might have failed a little bit, but we can still pick ourselves up and move on from that. And that's a good example of what we do. my love of cooking is how I got into this classroom, but very quickly that content kind of melted in the background, and it's about the kids. Those kids and their highs, their lows, their love, their passion, their chaos. I thrive in it, and I love it, and I love supporting those kids. I love being there for them. I love seeing them grow and change and learn, and even from seeing them at the intro level all the way up to their 3rd year, that practicum intern level, the confidence that they gain, the talent that they have, it's just, they are the reason that I get out of bed. And I know that's corny, I know that's what everyone says, but it's truly because that's why I'm here. I love what I do, I love cooking, but I don't want to cook when I go home at the end of the day. I want to talk about my kids and tell my husband about my day and what kind of chaos we got into.
The law enforcement program here at Frenship it's been around for a little while. Myself and the other law enforcement teacher, Craig Allen, have over the last 2 years really tried our best to take the program here at school and our Skills USA law enforcement program, kind of take it to that next level and do everything that we can here for the kids. What we try to do as far as special events go, last year for our court systems class or law enforcement 2, I would have lawyers come in for our court systems class, just so the students could have a better understanding, because you know, obviously they get tired of me talking sometimes and us doing things in here. So it's really cool to see them interact with someone who is a lawyer here in town. They can come and give them accurate, real-time information. I've had law enforcement officers from Lubbock Police Department, the Sheriff's Office here in town, K9, SWAT, all coming here to talk to these kids, and just so they can have a much better understanding of what law enforcement, what the courts are about, because most kids don't get that true picture.
I feel like a lot of kids don't really realize all the opportunities we have here at Frenship, and I feel like some of the kids take advantage of it. So I feel that if more people knew about this class, or even all the other CTE classes that we offer, I feel like a lot of kids would be able to plan their future in this time instead of when we graduate.
Our goals this year for Skills USA, for one, after last year, we did great. We sent 14 kids to the state competition in Corpus Christi. We had approximately 30 or so that were in skills last year, and probably over half of those were seniors. This year, at our first meeting, we already had close to 60 kids show up just for the meeting, and we have more than that that look like they are going to join our program. So in 1 year, we've almost doubled. And we are really excited about that and look forward to seeing what's going to happen there. Last year we had one young lady that made it to nationals. The competitions are still the same. You just try to do small little changes and figure out at the district competition, you know, different things that maybe the judges are looking for. You know, last year was my first year to be there, so just kind of observing and seeing how things are run, seeing how things are done, and just trying to build on that and get better. The school has done an awesome job. Myself and Mr. Allen, we couldn't be more thankful for what Frenship and the ISD has done here for us as far as things that they have provided our kids. We are the only one in this area, as far as I know, that have a Suburban that has lights and sirens in it, that our students will be able to practice traffic stops and just getting that feel of sitting in something that's close to a police car. It has been wrapped with our law enforcement program all over the outside, our Frenship law enforcement program and club. So it's really neat. It doesn't look like a police car as far as that goes. It won't be mistaken for a police car, but it gives our kids the opportunity to see get the closest real life to a regular police car. We also got more handcuffs, belts. We have what's called blue guns. Those are rubber guns that look like either a handgun or an AR-15, and those are to practice building clearing, traffic stops, and those are all used the right way. The kids understand what they're used for, and if they misuse those, you know, there are consequences for that. But the school has been very gracious in providing those types of things so our kids can much better understand how things work in law enforcement.
Do you love to sing? Well, we found a group of people that do.
Hi, my name is Mrs. Moss, and I am the lead choir director here at Frenship High School. I'm really looking forward to this year for all the things that we've got planned. We have a huge magical dinner set up. We are currently involved also in the fall musical, and then we have some really cool music picked out for the fall concert on October 16th. We're doing some things from different languages and different genres of music. As we have worked to create a positive environment for our students, and our seniors have invested in those kids, my hope is that there's continuity from year to year, that kids come into the program knowing that they have a place to be, that they have a place to call home and an identity here, that they can really get involved and enjoy making music together, but not just oh, I'm here to sing, but they really use the skills that we are teaching to take that out into the rest of their lives, and whatever they do beyond being here at high school and in the Frenship High School choir program, that they remember the times that they were in choir and everything that they did and how it applies to what they're doing in their future lives. But I also hope that it is a legacy that we leave, and that even our little ones, that they know from their siblings and from friends that are older than them, that we have just really been intentional about giving people a home.
As much as some people love to sing, there's also a group of students who love to dance.
6, 7, 8, and go.
I started out teaching middle school and I enjoyed it, but when I started teaching high school, I knew that was my place. I kind of have a heart for high school students. I like the way that they are older and more responsible and can kind of take ownership of what they're doing in my classroom, but yet they're still really excited about what we do in class, and you're able to build those relationships with the older students that you don't necessarily have with the younger students, and so it just makes my job really fun. Teaching at Frenship is unique, I think, to other districts, mainly because right now we have one high school, and so kids are Frenship Tigers from the time that they are in kindergarten all the way through 12th grade. And so it creates kind of this small town feel in a 6A school. And I think that's really cool, the atmosphere and the feeling of family and home in the district. That's one of my favorite things about our district. I feel like I have impacted the school. Well, when I started, they had only had a dance department for 1 year. And they were kind of trying to decide if they were going to move forward with it. So I took over the department, and I was the only teacher here. And we had one Jazz 1 class. Well, actually, we had 4 Jazz 1 classes and 1 Jazz 2 class and a Palm Squad. And Through my 15 years here, we've expanded that to 3 teachers with 4 sections of Jazz 1, 3 sections of Jazz 2, 3 sections of Jazz 3-4, several sections of TAP 1, 2, and 3-4. And we also have an all-school musical where we have a dance company that we're in charge of choreographing for. So I feel like as an art, you know, we've really been able to expand what we do as a dance department here.
Hey, and go.
Is really an amazing thing that I actually get to come to work and get paid to do something that I love. And it's an emotional thing for me and my students when we can put ourselves into what we're doing and then be on stage and share that with our audience.
Okay, so dress.
The purpose of College and Career Night is to give our students and parents the opportunity to visit with colleges they're interested in. A lot of times some of these schools are farther away than what some of our students can travel, and this gives them that opportunity to meet someone face to face and make that connection, and they have that person to contact now when they have questions about schools that they're wanting to apply to. So this is their chance to really narrow down what school has the program that's right for them, what school location is the right fit for them. You know, there's different sizes, different areas of Texas, of out of state, and finding that spot that's the right fit for them.
No, they didn't have technology. I don't think there was any colors. I think it was just black and white, everything. I think there were no computers and no screens. They were reading like books about Mr. Washington or cutting down trees. It wasn't as noisy as it is now. The school was more like a cabin, and they used pens and ink, and it was smaller. "30 years in the future, there's gonna be more inventions, and there's gonna be more than a TV. There's gonna be maybe a satellite on the roof, or maybe a coffee maker for the principal. I think there's gonna be super long books. A little bit bigger and more like technology. The school might be a lot bigger, and I might be a teacher here. Happy anniversary, Castview!
Thanks for joining us today. If you know of a great story about Frenship ISD, we want to tell it. Let us know by calling or emailing us. Also, be sure to follow Frenship ISD on Facebook and Twitter. We will see you next time on the next edition of Inside Frenship.